What role do plants and herbal remedies have? What's the secret behind using plants and herbal remedies to heal the sick?
Like I said, once you determine that it's a spiritual sickness, once you determine that it's a physical sickness, you have to treat the parts of the body where the sickness come from. You had the blood. You have a very, very good teas for the blood. You had avocado leaves that brings the balance of high blood pressure. You had different other plants that can stimulate the liver. You can make teas of maple leaves to make your liver strong. But there's a lot of different things, but you have to know very well the sickness of the person. You can't try this or try something else. You're not cooking.
Right. This is not experimenting with cooking.
Yeah, you're not making an experiment.
There is a science behind, in a sense, a science behind
yes,
healing with plants.
You have to know what you're doing. You don't
Yes.
want to poison the person. You have to know what they need.
Yes. Okay, good. Thank you. Now, many people suffer from anxiety, from depression, or other so-called mental illnesses. What can natural healing offer in the area of mental illness, and have you treated any mental illnesses before?
Yes. These people, that issue is strictly spiritual. They do a lot of different tests on brain. They killing different brain cells. They just go touching here, touching there. But that is extremely spiritual, and that has to do with ancestral. There's a whole different process. There's also possession into that.
Spiritual possession.
Spiritual possession into that type of sickness. So you can't treat the brain. The mind controls the brain. The brain controls the body. And what the people are trying to do, they're trying to bring the healing into the brain without mining the body. So they say, mind over matter. But that relationship has to be known, the mind, the brain, and the body.
So your work then addresses the spiritual mind, which you explain controls the physical brain.
It controls the physical brain.
I see. Okay, can you give an example of somebody who's had a mental problem that you were able to cure?
I had this one time. I had this little young girl. She was 12 years old, and she had a very, very deep sense of depression. She always talked about killing herself. Her mother was always suffering from this type of, from watching this little girl's life. She was always hurting herself, speaking to the mother about killing herself. That type of went on for many years. In her school, she was seeing a psychiatrist. And the mother approached me and she says, is there anything that you can do to help me? You can help me if you help my little girl. So the mother invited me over to her house, and I went and I looked at the little girl, and I began to use my mind and my heart to connect to the Creator. The father of this little girl had come from Ireland, and he had killed a lot of people. In that situation, all the spirits of these people were attacking the child.
The people that he had killed.
The people that he had
resentful
killed.
Spirits.
Resentful spirits were attacking this child. So I began to ask the Creator, can this situation be removed. The Creator asked me, how strong is your heart to do this? I say, I don't like to see this little girl suffer and go through a miserable life. So as I begin to get close to the little girl, I put my right hand on her back. And as soon as I put my right hand on her back, my whole hand felt frozen all the way to my shoulder. And I begin to ask for the power of the Creator, this power that comes only from the Creator. And as the power came in from the Creator, it pushed everything and it cleared everything out of inside the body of this little girl. And this little girl began to faint. And I asked the mother to hold her. And as her knees were being weak, then I began on prayer and prayer. I don't recall what length of prayer do I go through.
Mm-hmm.
But my right side was cold, frozen. I felt frozen.
Yeah.
For about 3 days.
3 days.
3 days after that.
Wow.
But the reaction of the mother, it was a very pleasant reaction.
Mm.
She came and she thanked me. She says, "Thank you very much. Now my daughter and I will go for walks." Now she comes over, she hugs me, she says she's sorry for all the times, all the things that she made me go through.
Mm.
I cannot explain in words her feeling and my feeling. It's a very warm feeling from this point on.
Mm.
So as I went back to her school because I had to pick up my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I saw the child, she would always come and give me a hug. And she would always say, "Thank you very much."
Mm.
And I always told her, you have to thank the Creator. Never forget to thank the Creator.
Mm.
This kind of attitude, we have to always think, we're not the ones doing the healing. It's the power of the Creator.
You're talking about gratitude.
Gratitude, you have to be grateful. You have to be grateful to the Creator. And you have to say, every morning, every day, every night, we take everything for granted.
Mm-hmm.
Like our eyes, our physical touch, our feelings, what we feel, our feet. How many people don't have feet? How many people don't have hands? How many people don't have taste? How many people cannot speak, cannot hear, cannot see? We have to be very grateful for all these things every day and every night. We shouldn't lose that connection to the Creator.
Very good. Thank you so much for sharing that. Appreciate that a lot.